Hey guys, this is Undercover Dudes, and today we're checking out the completely new first-person shooter games that you need to try out. Everybody knows Apex Legends, Valorant, CSGO, and so on, but today we're playing some new FPS games that I'm sure you've never heard of before, and they're all free to play. Now, I'm not going to tell you to like or subscribe because that's up to you, but it would be awesome if you could comment below what first-person shooter game I should check out next in this series, and I might feature a comment in the next video. Starting out, we have a brand new Battle Royale game that looks incredibly like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and Ring of Elysium, and it's called Super People. The core idea is Battle Royale through and through. Hop in with your squad, kill some enemies, and be the last team standing, and the actual gameplay mechanics like moving and shooting feel exactly like PUBG. However, where Super People differs is with the addition of classes, each with unique abilities and perks. As you go through the match and pick up crafting elements, you make more powerful weapons and gear, which works really well, and the game quite nicely points out exactly what you need to pick up to go and upgrade your weapon. As the game progresses, you level up too, gaining traits, unlocking abilities, and so on, and that feels pretty good. What also feels good is the map. It's decently sized, but it adjusts depending on how many people are in the match, so for 20 minutes you're not just going to be running around getting loot like in PUBG. Super People, it's a fun game and arguably better than PUBG, so definitely worth a shot. I just don't know if it will go and survive given PUBG is going free to play next year. Next up, we have a well-developed first-person shooter by Splitting Point Studios, and that game is called Rolling Thunder. You drop down into the forest with a squad of 4 teammates, and it's your job to take out the AI enemies before moving to the next zone. As you get more kills, you unlock more and more weapons, making it easier to get more kills, and you'll need those weapons as the AI gets quite difficult in big groups and they also have random spawns. Visually, this game looks pretty average in comparison to most AAA shooters, but it looks incredible when you find out this is actually a Roblox game. The Dark Forest looks awesome and moody, with fog and rainy weather events adding a nice touch, and that's on top of the pretty decent character and weapon models. Gameplay wise, it stays in line with other Roblox shooters such as Phantom Forces, so it's definitely familiar and easy to pick up and play. For a pre-alpha demo, Rolling Thunder has a lot going for it, so I'm super excited to see how it progresses in the future. Next up, we have a game that honestly feels like old school Doom and Quake had a baby with 2021, and it's called Project Warlock II. This game is all about the chaos. There's enemies swarming you from every direction, and shooting them with different weapons such as shotguns, machine guns, swords, and so on is extremely enjoyable. However, this game isn't just a mindless shooter. The levels are complex, non-linear, and have alternative paths, which means there's heaps of replayability, in addition to the secrets, Easter eggs, perks, achievements, and more. Obviously, we've got to talk about the graphics. It's Doom and Quake through and through, but in super high quality. It's detailed, retro, and just a joy to look at. This combines together into such an awesome experience that I thoroughly enjoyed. However, the sad part is that currently Project Warlock 2 is only a demo, but there is about 20 or so minutes of content in that one level, and it's totally replayable, so make sure to check it out. While technically a third-person shooter, definitely Stillness is a game that most definitely deserves a mention. It's a really high-quality zombie shooter game, which is even more impressive given it was made by one person in 17 days, which is nuts. Now, the first thing that really hits you is the graphics, as they're incredibly nice to look at, but it's also well detailed as the houses, characters, and zombies all look really good too. Now, this game is really a tech demo, so the actual goal is quite simple: go through the level and take out all the zombies, but the process of doing this is incredibly satisfying and fun. Movement feels good, but the gunplay is where it's at. There's only 2 guns to choose from, but each hits really hard, and it's just a joy taking out all the zombies. Now, talking about the zombies themselves, they're not the slow walking type, as they run directly at you, and things can get really intense when a whole group of them are swarming you at once. Now, make sure to play the second level, which is called Village, as zombies are hiding everywhere in this map, in particular the upper floor of houses, and trying to clear each area while conserving your health gets really intense. Definitely Stillness, overall a really fun, short and sweet game. Check it out. Anger Foot is probably the most wild FPS game we're checking out today, a Hotline Miami inspired shooter that is always chaotic and frenzied. Being an itch.io game, you know it's going to be crazy, but this takes it to the next level, as you clear room after room of enemies by kicking, shooting, or exploding anything you can see. This game plays differently to most, as the extremely fast time to kill in combination with how fast you die means you'll probably die a few times, but it's so fun trying that level again, knowing more, and then destroying your enemies. This does not get old, especially as new enemies and weapons are introduced as you progress through the game, and in addition to how many levels you can play on as well. What really draws you into Angerfoot is the graphics and the music, and then you combine it with the gameplay and the total experience is nuts. The bright and colourful maps along with the detailed enemies and weapons work perfectly with the thumping bassy music in the background that just makes you want to run through the course as quickly as you can. This game is just dumb fun, and the fact that it's getting regular updates is awesome as well. Download this one for sure. Fallen Aces is an FPS crime noir game that is truly an indie gem, all about solving a gritty crime story. Graphically, Fallen Aces is incredible. It's 100% original hand-drawn art, and it brings Switchblade City and all the characters alive. You sometimes forget those characters are just 2D. Gameplay-wise, it's about the choices you make rather than the combat, as each level has a non-linear design, so you can choose to be completely stealthy, or go loud and take out everyone, or try a combination of both. However, the combat itself isn't too shabby. Use your fist, broken glass bottles, lead pipes, whatever you can get your hands on, but you can also do sneak attacks to knock out your enemies and finishes for a stylish ending. The sad part though is that only the demo has been released and not the full game, but it's definitely worth playing if you get the chance. The next one of course is Halo Infinite, but let's not kid ourselves, you're probably already playing this, and if you're not, please go and check it out.